new maid sits quietly at the millionaire's table, unaware the spoiled son is watching. Moments later, a scream fills the mansion as scalding coffee splashes across her uniform. Everyone expects her to break, but they don't know who she really is. The woman humiliated in front of them once trained champions, and tomorrow she'll teach her employer's son a lesson no money can buy. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments what time is it and where are you watching from. Let's start. Coleman Mansion smelled of polish and money, the kind of air that made people stand straighter. Naomi Grant, the new maid, stood quietly near the dining table, silver tray in her hands, her black uniform spotless, her lace collar crisp. It was her first week. She had worked in smaller homes before, never a palace like this. "Sit down," Mrs. Coleman said with a stiff smile. "You've been standing all morning. Pour yourself some tea before the guests arrive." Naomi hesitated. "Ma'am, I couldn't." "It's fine," the woman interrupted, waving a manicured hand. "You've earned it." So Naomi obeyed, lowering herself onto one of the heavy carved chairs, the kind that groaned when touched. Her posture was perfect. She held the cup with both hands, careful, respectful. She didn't notice the door open behind her. Ethan Coleman, 15, blonde hair combed to perfection, expensive sweater, expensive attitude, stepped in with his friends. Laughter trailed behind him. "What the hell is she doing sitting there?" Naomi turned slowly. "Good afternoon, sir." "Sir," Ethan mocked, eyes wide. "You think you can sit at this table and call me sir? You're a maid, you don't sit in my family's chair." One of his friends chuckled, filming on his phone. "Bro, she's having tea like she owns the place." Mrs. Coleman stiffened. "Ethan, don't start." But the boy was just getting warmed up. "You said she's new, right? Maybe she needs to learn how things work here." He walked closer, his sneakers squeaking on the polished floor. "Rule 1, you don't sit where you serve." Naomi stood immediately, setting the cup down. "I apologize. Your mother asked me to rest for a moment." "Oh, so now you blame my mom?" Ethan sneered. "You think we need excuses from people like you?" Naomi kept her eyes low, her voice calm. "No, young sir, I meant no disrespect." Her quiet tone only fueled his temper. His friends were watching. He couldn't look weak. "You people always have an answer for everything." He reached for the coffee pot, the one she just poured for the guests. "Let's see if you like the taste of this house." Mrs. Coleman gasped. "Ethan, stop." But he didn't. Before Naomi could move, he tilted the pot and poured scalding hot coffee down her hair and shoulders. The dark liquid ran down her neck, soaking her apron. The silver cup clattered onto the tray. A scream escaped from one of the guests. The butler froze mid-step. Even the chandelier above seemed to tremble. Naomi flinched but didn't cry out. Her hands gripped the edge of the tray until her knuckles turned white. For a moment, no one moved. Ethan blinked, suddenly unsure. He hadn't expected silence. "Well, say something." Naomi lifted her head slowly, eyes meeting his calm, cold, unbroken. "I will, but not now." Her voice sent a ripple through the room. Even Mrs. Coleman's breath caught. Mr. Coleman walked in at that exact moment, briefcase still in hand. "What's going on here?" His eyes landed on Naomi, soaked, trembling, steaming coffee dripping onto the carpet, then on his son holding the empty pot. "Ethan, what did you do?" Ethan stammered. She was sitting in your chair. She thinks she's better than us." "She was following your mother's instruction," the father said sharply. "Are you out of your mind?" "She's just a maid," Ethan shouted back. "That maid," Mr. Coleman roared, "deserves more respect than you just showed her." Naomi placed the tray back on the table with shaking hands. "It's all right, sir," she whispered. "Please don't argue because of me." Mrs. Coleman handed her a towel. "Naomi, I am so sorry. No apology needed, ma'am," she said softly. "I've dealt with worse." Ethan scoffed. "Oh, please, you act like you're some victim now." Naomi's gaze sharpened. "A victim?" She stepped closer, her tone still quiet. "Oh, I stopped being that a long time ago." The boy frowned, thrown off by her calm. "What's that supposed to mean?" "Nothing you're ready to understand." For a moment their eyes locked. A spoiled boy and a woman who had seen the world's worst and survived it. Mr. Coleman's voice cut through the silence. Ethan apologized. Now Ethan hesitated, cheeks flushing. His friends had their phones out. "Whatever," he muttered. "Sorry," Naomi nodded. "I accept your words, but one day you'll learn that respect can't be forced." "It's earned." She turned to leave, but her burned shoulder brushed the table. The pain made her cease. Still, she didn't make a sound. Mrs. Coleman followed her out of the room. "Please let the doctor look at you." Naomi stopped at the doorway. "No need. I've trained through worse pain." "Trained?" the woman repeated. Naomi met her eyes briefly. Old habits. Then she walked down the corridor, posture straight, back unbroken. Behind her, whispers filled the hall. Ethan's friends murmured. She didn't even cry. Another said, "Man, what's her deal?" Mr. Coleman's tone was like thunder. "Ethan, if that woman leaves this house, you leave too. Do you understand me?" Ethan clenched his fists. "She's just a maid." "No," his father said coldly. "She's the only person here who acted with dignity." In the kitchen, Naomi rinsed the burn under cold water, jaw tight. Beneath her calm surface, something long dormant stirred. The discipline, the control, the strength she once used to fight in tournaments across the city. She whispered to herself, voice steady. "Never again unless I have to," but deep down she already knew. After today, she would have to. Naomi stayed quiet for the rest of the day. Her shoulder throbbed, but her silence hurt Ethan more than any words could. The staff whispered about what had happened. The guests had posted fragments online before being ordered to delete them. By evening, the entire mansion buzzed with tension. Ethan tried to laugh it off with his friends. "She's probably gone by now." Couldn't handle a little heat. But when he passed the kitchen, there she was, standing tall, folding napkins with the same steady grace, a white bandage peeking from under her sleeve. "You're still here," he muttered. Naomi didn't look up. "Work isn't finished. You should have quit." "I don't run from things that scare me," she said simply. Ethan frowned. "I don't scare you." Her eyes finally met his. "You remind me of someone I used to train." He thought power meant shouting until he met someone stronger. He stepped closer. "Oh yeah, you think you're stronger than me. I know I am," she said. "But strength isn't about hurting people. It's about control, something you don't have yet." Before Ethan could answer, his father entered. "Both of you." "My office now." The study's silence felt heavier than any punishment. Mr. Coleman folded his hands. "Ethan, I called your school. They saw the video before I could stop it. You've humiliated this family." Ethan's face went pale. "Someone posted it." "Yes," his father said sharply. "And every person saw you pour hot coffee on a woman who never raised her voice." "Sponsors are calling reporters, too." Ethan stammered. I didn't mean to. You meant to show power." Mr. Coleman cut in. "You showed weakness." Naomi spoke quietly. "Sir, please don't destroy his life over a mistake. I've seen enough boys punished without learning anything. Let me handle it." Ethan's head jerked up. "Handle what?" She stepped forward, calm as ever. "Come to the gym tomorrow morning. I'll teach you what respect feels like and how it's earned." Mr. Coleman hesitated, then nodded. "Do it. Maybe he'll learn from someone stronger." The next morning, Ethan entered the old gym behind the estate. Naomi stood in the center of the mat, dressed in a simple tracksuit, hair tied back. "Take your shoes off," she said. He smirked. "You can't be serious. I'm always serious." When he stepped onto the mat, she moved. Not fast, but with quiet precision. 1 second, she was still. The next, his wrist was twisted and he was on his knees before he even understood what happened. "Lesson 1, she said evenly. "Power without discipline destroys you first." He struggled to stand you. "How did you?" "I taught self-defense for 15 years. Black belt, 3-time regional champion. I stopped fighting after I broke my spine protecting a student. I promised never to raise my hand again until you poured boiling coffee on me." Ethan stared at her speechless. Naomi released him gently. "I didn't hurt you. I just reminded you that you're not invincible. Remember this pain before you cause it to someone else." For the first time, the boy's arrogance cracked. "I'm sorry," he said quietly. "Not because my dad said so, because you didn't fight back when you could have." Naomi nodded. "Then maybe you'll be worth forgiving." That evening, Mr. Coleman gathered everyone in the dining room. Ethan stood beside Naomi, eyes down. "I have something to say," he murmured. "What I did was cruel. I thought being rich meant I could act like I owned everyone, but she taught me I own nothing, not even respect." "I'm sorry." Naomi inclined her head. "Apology accepted. Just make sure it means something tomorrow." Mrs. Coleman clapped softly, tears glending. "Naomi, please stay with us. We need people like you." Naomi smiled faintly. "You don't need me, ma'am. You need what I taught your son. Respect." She turned toward the door, the chandelier light glinting on her bandage. "Thank you for the lesson," Mr. Coleman said. She paused. It wasn't just for him. Then she walked out into the night, the air cool on her heated skin. Inside, the boy looked at the empty doorway. "She could have hurt me, Dad." Mr. Coleman nodded. "That's what real strength looks like, son. Knowing when not to." And from that day, Ethan Coleman never raised his voice at anyone who worked under his roof again. If this story hit you deep, don't just scroll. Hit like for Naomi's strength. Comment if you believe respect is stronger than wealth, and subscribe for more true-to-life stories that remind us power means nothing without humanity.